It's time to get your mind right with the Mind on Greatness podcast crew. Welcome to the Mind on Greatness podcast show.
Welcome to the Mind Over Greatness podcast. My name is Jeph. To my left, or is that my right, we got Brody, we got Boss Capo, and we got Mike in the building. Today is going to be our Black History Month episode. I know we're a little bit late on that, but better now than never. All right. So, how y'all guys feeling today?
We straight. You know what I'm saying? It's Black History. You know what I'm saying? We on Black people time, so we late with it, but we good. You feel me?
Exactly. All right, y'all. So we're going to get started with the first topic. We're going to start off in the music realm, and we're going to talk about which era of hip hop do you guys think is the best? Now, we're going from the 80s, because even though hip hop started around the 70s, the music really didn't come out till about the 80s. And we're going to go all the way to now in the 2020s. I'm going to kick it over to Mike, and he'll start us off. Mike, which hip hop era is the best to you?
Oh, snap. I think I'm gonna go with the 90s when I was growing up, only because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you had Tupac and the NWA, they was trying to change the game with the whole race thing, just how black people and the police were, you know, correlating with each other at the time. It was a lot going on, and then with the drug game, it was getting a lot bigger with cocaine during that time. So yeah, I'm gonna say the 90s. What you got for us, B?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to ride with the same chicks, and I'm gonna have to go with the 90s, man. I'm gonna have to go with the 90s because for some of the same reasons you said, you know what I'm saying? It was just that time, you know, niggas was trying to find a way, you know what I'm saying? And music was our out, you know what I'm saying? This was the way we could get our message out there, you know what I'm saying? This is the way we can communicate it with each other and let us know, hey, just because you're on the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, or just because you're on the West Coast or you're on the third coast where we from, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing going around every which way. So, you know what I'm saying? So this is the way we communicated. This was our channels. This was our ins and our outs. And not only that, I just say with 90s music, they actually had substance and a topic, a subject, a meaning behind their music. Like, I don't have a knock on anybody nowadays. I don't have a knock on anybody in the 2000s, but the 90s really solidified who we were going to be when it came to this music entertainment business. And, you know, some people still carry the torch today, but it's not too many. That most of them are underground artists, but the 90s is where it's at for some of the same reasons Mike mentioned, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna rock with the 90s too as well.
Capo?
Man,
Capo look like he about to shake it up. Go ahead.
I agree with y'all, about the 90s, but you know what I'm saying, I feel like music, lyrically wise, took a turn in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all people who, y'all know me, I'm Houston, you know what I mean? And, but outside of that, I feel like, you had your Jay-Z's, you had, Mike Will put me on, Lil Wayne. You had a lot. You had a lot of lyricists. You know what I'm saying? The game changed lyrically. So I will go with the 2000s. I feel like the 2000s to me, it was just a constant bangers. You know what I'm saying? Even just in Houston, you had Zero, you had Trey, you had, and then you leave Houston. I mean, you got Lil Wayne, like I said, you go to Cali, you had Snoop, you had Dr. Dre, you had 50 Cent, you had Eminem. It was just you, and in Atlanta was killing it too. So it was just like it was a lot of versions and entertainment out there. You know what I'm saying? And it was some dudes like Ludacris. Let me tell you something. Ludacris,
he was slept on.
Bro, yeah, Luda had bars, man.
Ludacris could spit. Don't let them trap beats fool you. He be talking over the merge. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with y'all. The 90s set the foundation, but for me, as far as just I pay attention to creativity and lyricism. 2000s, it took a turn. You know what I'm saying? As far as just taking it to another level. Now, nowadays.
It's a little crazy.
Hey,
The 20 you not a fan of the 2020s?
Nah.
I'm you know what? I love our channel. I'm just keep my mouth closed. Jeff, what you got? Because I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke with no Rainbow Boys. So I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh no. You don't like Lil Nas X?
Your turn, Jeff.
Your turn, Jeff. Your turn at this
You
point.
don't want to answer the question?
Nah.
All right, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to disagree with all of y'all. Look, I understand 90s was the height of lyricism. The 2000s, you had your dance music, the snap music. You had your lyricists. The 2000s was actually very varied. You had snap music, you had lyricism. You could find whatever you needed. But for me, the best era was the 2010s. Here's why. Because not only did you also have, because I feel like you had the same lyricism as the 90s, and you had the creativity of the 2000s.
I see where you
and there was a wide variety of music. Let me go through the list. You had Drake, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne was still rapping. You had Kendrick Lamar, you had Jay-Z, you had Wale, you had Big Sean, you had Kanye West, you had
I see where you're going.
Yeah, you had Kanye West. Independent wise, you had Chance the Rapper. He had his little run going there with Acid Rap, and he had with Chance 3. And if you wanted some hood shit, you had the Migos. 2017 is when Culture dropped, one of my favorite albums of all time. I didn't know I hated the Migos when they first came out. Culture 1, loved that album. And then you also had 2 Chainz. I mean, the list goes on and on. The 2010s is where it got very it got very saturated, but it didn't get bad to where it is right now in the 2020s, like where there's just a bunch of people running around saying some stupid shit. The 2010s was saturated in a good way. Like there was so much creativity, there was so much lyricism, like it was jam-packed. And that's why to me the 2010s is the best.
I would say I see where you're going, but I would say with some of those names, it was some consistency there, but it was a lot of inconsistency.
Hey, look, I'm here to debate because I see K-Po down there. I see K-Po down there.
With Nicki Minaj.
I ain't said nothing about this.
You lost me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Nicki Minaj?
As soon as you said Nicki Minaj, you lost me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Nicki Minaj?
I was okay with everybody else. I said, okay, man. All right.
She's still the best. She is still the best lyrical female rapper out there. Mainstream. Yeah,
I don't know.
Go ahead, Mike. I don't got.
Okay, then tell me who's a better lyrical female rapper than her mainstream wise. Because I already know you have if you go underground, you have your Jane Does, you have your I'm blanking on her name. She has a short pixie cut.
Where are we considering Remy Ma in this?
I know a couple female rappers that can.
I mean, like I said, we all do, but I'm talking mainstream. Because like I said, I know a lot of the underground female rappers. I do know they'd probably kill Nicki for lunch and dinner.
I give like bar for bar. I give Meg Stallion that. I give bar for bar. I give Meg Stallion that.
You lost me. You lost me.
No, I'm dead ass serious. Like I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious, bro.
You lost me.
Making rap.
Meg say the same shit in all her songs and goes on the same beat.
Nah, I mean
Nicki kind of.
No, don't say that. Nicki is versatile.
In what way?
Monster. She killed everybody on that beat. She killed Jay-Z. She killed Kanye.
I don't think she won that one.
Okay, look, y'all go back.
You go back and
y'all go back and listen to Monster. See who was the best lyricist on that thing.
But you going back into her days when her boyfriend was writing her lyrics. Like she wasn't even writing her own lyrics at that time.
Okay, like, but same thing with. Okay,
that's a whole nother story. But
that's a whole nother stuff. Okay, well, okay. If y'all want to take Nicki out, but refute the other names I put out there.
I didn't have a problem with me personally. I didn't have a problem with nobody else. It was just Nicki Minaj.
Okay. But then that's my reasoning. The 2010s had a variety. It was saturated, but in a good way. That's why I say the 2010.
I give you that.
Because the big three in our rappers wasn't as bad as it. I don't even know who's the big three now. I don't know. But the big three, you had J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. And Drake, bro, where was y'all summer 2016?
Oh, most
Man,
definitely. I was right. I was bumping. I was riding. I was riding.
bro,
Nah,
he
I
was.
ain't bumping no Drake. I'm sorry, bro.
I had.
I
I
ain't
was.
no
I was
light
listening
skinned
to
dude.
it.
Hey,
I'm a Drake fan, but I
hey,
ain't
if
gonna
you
put
reading
I
this, you
ain't
too
gonna think
late. Summer
he not
2016
one of
was
my
crazy.
top 5 rappers though.
Definitely not
I'm a
top five.
Drake fan, but he
Yeah.
ain't one of my top
I
5
listen
rappers.
to him, but I'm not.
Hey, but as much
He's
as you're
not.
not a Drake fan, you can still respect what he did.
Oh yeah, I do.
He put
I respect him as an artist. I'm not
Yeah.
going to cap. I'll
Like
be capping
if
if I
you're
say
reading this
that.
is too late, I don't think it gets the love it does in his catalog
Oh,
like it does.
that is slept on. That is
With
slept
my
on.
woes.
I don't. I not that song, but that is
What?
slept on.
Okay,
not
because
that
okay,
song.
you know what, Brody? Because you weren't like me. I was on Panama Beach when that song came out,
Oh,
and that
see,
was the
it's different.
soundtrack with me and the homies for spring break went to Panama.
Different. Yeah, different.
Boy, it hit
But
different out there.
Well, you from Florida. You a Florida boy, man. Y'all like different music. I'm
Hey,
surprised you ain't say like no Trick Daddy or no Rod Wave or
nah, nah.
some
I'm not even. Hey, look, I'm
hey,
from Florida. I'm Haitian. I ain't even a Kodak fan like that.
oh
Man,
man,
you
that's
hate no
tough.
Kodak, bro?
That's
Kodak
tough.
got some. I ain't know. Like I ain't gonna lie. Kodak got some good songs.
It
I
took me
think.
a
Co-
minute. It took me a minute to give him his flowers, bro. But Kodak like that, bro.
Yeah.
Kodak
Kodak
give
like
a bad name for Haitian people, man. I don't like
that.
that.
I
Kodak
don't.
like
I'm
that.
not talking about how he ride with, how he move every day in life, but
Oh
his
no.
music
Hey,
wise.
he spit.
But yeah,
Cause like
he's a decent artist when it comes
I
to
don't know if y'all
music.
listened to that last Kendrick album. I was surprised to hear him on it, and he was
He
good. Yeah,
snaps.
yeah, he snapped on that Kendrick
He
album.
gave Kendrick a run for his money on it.
Yeah,
Like real talk.
Yeah.
so yeah, I give him that. But all right, you guys heard our. We're gonna stay on the topic of music, and we're gonna talk about R&B. We all love R&B. You know, we was just talking about the different eras. We had the '90s, the 2000s. Everybody loves R&B. Everybody loves to sing and be in love. But gentlemen, give me your reasons why you think R&B is not as popular now as it was in say, I would say the last. Well, okay. Well, let me start with this question first. What year do y'all think was the last good year of R&B? If y'all could ballpark it.
Ooh.
2010.
I would say whenever Wale started to fall off, because Wale was single-handedly having R&B features on his music that was
Yeah.
keeping R&B alive. So when
Lotus
Wale
Flower
died,
That was
Bomb.
like the 2010s. That was the
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
2010s. What we
2010.
was talking about.
I'm hearing like a Miguel. Miguel was the last.
he
Miguel's
pretty
still
much, bro.
nice. I ain't gonna lie. Miguel's still fire.
Miguel's
Miguel's
still not.
still fire.
It's still a handful of guys out there that hop on features. Miguel,
Yeah.
Jeremiah. What's the other
Yeah.
cat name?
Hey, that boy
They,
Jacquees, what's his name?
Yeah,
oh
that's
What's
it.
yeah,
his name?
Yeah,
yeah, Jacquees.
Yeah, he all right. He got
but
Can you make an original song?
no, he hasn't.
I don't know if any R&B artist can really make an original song right
But
now
Jacquees
besides
literally just
Usher.
remixes old songs, like
I ain't
literally.
gonna lie, Usher kind of carrying these boys right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the creativity of being an R&B artist right now.
It's
They
gone,
getting
bro.
to that, yes, and they getting straight to the point always. You know what I'm saying? They ain't juicing stuff up no more. You know what I'm saying?
they ain't telling stories. Like they
Yes,
used to
Exactly.
have a
yes,
story.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when you listen to Drew Hill back in the day, when they told a story, when they sang a song, it was telling you a story that led up to, him marrying a woman or him
Hmm.
sleeping with a woman, whatever the case was. But they told stories. Like Usher,
yeah.
Confession, he told stories. R.
Right.
Kelly telling stories about, I don't,
Hey,
he was talking about
R. Kelly
teenagers. I don't
told
care.
a
I
couple
still listen to R. Kelly.
stories that we
I listen to R.
should.
Kelly. I don't care,
R.
man.
I'm not
R.
knocking
Kelly
his good.
talk.
He got some good music though. I
Hey,
ain't
Yeah.
gonna.
look,
I'm not knocking R. Kelly.
I
I
No,
saw
don't
this on Twitter
agree.
the other
Let me
day,
throw a
and
disclaimer. I don't agree with anything he was doing
no,
with them little girls,
I
but
do
Yeah.
not. But the dude had an awesome catalog, bro.
yeah,
Yes.
hey, look, someone said this on Twitter, and I agree with it. With all the other nasty stuff, R. Kelly the king of R&B.
facts.
Real talk.
Facts. Facts.
That's easily
Facts.
said and done. Like without
Facts.
all the extra BS he came out with and got
Yeah.
into, the dude is legit. Like hands down, no arguments can be put up. It's the
Hmm.
king of R&B.
Like I legit think like he's probably the only person like that could give Michael Jackson a run in like a versus. Like I remember with the versus thing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
probably the only legit person that could give Michael Jackson a run for his money.
I agree.
I agree. I'm not debating that at all.
I
Yeah,
agree.
Like, hey, look, like if you put a solid
that's not for me
20
either.
R. Kelly songs together versus a solid 20 Michael Jackson songs,
You be having a little you'll be having a little battle up in your head. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel you. But
because the year, if you at that point, if you listen to R. Kelly, you didn't listen to some Michael Jackson.
Hey,
right,
because
At least
right.
about
Quiet
20
as
songs.
kept, he wrote a lot of
Mhm.
songs too. So if you throw that in there too, the songs that R. Kelly wrote too, not just the songs he sung. Because then you got to throw in, even though the situation was really nasty, you got to throw in the Leah songs. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
So along the lines of the topic we discussing, I'm gonna say this, and I hope it makes sense to y'all and the viewers out here. I think number one, R&B does not belong to black folks anymore. Let's just say that number one. It don't belong to black folks no more. They have quietly crept in and took it from us. Number one. Number two, R&B has evolved into more like a dark, saddening type of scene.
that's
It's
what I
too
was gonna
dark.
go.
It's too sad.
Yeah.
Like The Weeknd, like the
hmm
dude really can vibe, but when you listen to what he's saying, it's like, bro, you make somebody want to go in a room and like snap on their female. Like, bro, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Can I
I
ask a
don't think
question
he.
though?
I
To
wouldn't. I
piggyback
wouldn't.
off
I
that,
wouldn't
Brody,
consider him as an
would you?
R&B
Yeah, would you
artist.
consider The Weeknd? I consider him pop.
Yeah,
You
he a
consider him
pop.
pop? Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah,
he a
okay.
like
pop artist.
maybe
Nah,
maybe one of his earlier like House. Nah, I can't even call House of Balloons
House of
R&B.
Balloons definitely
Yeah,
not
No,
an
no.
R&B album.
But
yeah,
it's like really R&B. Like regardless of where you want to categorize these people, they call themselves
it got
singers.
elements. You
It got
mean?
elements of
Yeah.
R&B. So and then when I listen to R&B nowadays, it's very dark. It's very
hmm
very very dark. I mean, we still got Chris Brown. I'm never gonna down my boy. That's my boy. I've been rocking with Chris Brown since Run It. But at the same
Yeah.
time, even with him, like he's become this in between type of guy where he's either like
Pop.
just harmonizing or he's wanting to rap or he's wanting to just
hmm
put like a small chorus up there to sing, and I'm like, that's not really true R&B anymore, bro.
I
So
think a lot of them are being pressured to do rap
And
because
that, yeah,
that's where
I was gonna say that too, Capo.
that's where the money's at. Because a lot of
hmm
these youngsters not trying to hear about nobody touching them, licking them, and squeezing them. They ain't trying to hear all that. They want to hear, I ran up on the op, pull out my dang lot. Like they want to hear stuff like that. They don't want to hear, baby, I love you, and they don't want to hear that.
but that's what they need to hear. They need to switch the vibe up, though.
Do you
You gotta,
think
it's tune.
do you think it's also the fact too, because like on the topic of that, like because I also I agree with that. I feel like the death of R&B is when a lot of these R&B singers want to do hip hop.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
do y'all also feel like the music talent is not as good? Like a lot of these dudes can't sing for real.
Oh,
Facts.
it's
Yeah,
definitely not. It's
yeah,
it's 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 more like
Facts.
yeah.
it's a fashion show. It's a TikTok show. It's a YouTuber type deal. Like none of these people are really like talented when it comes to singing, and that era started like, I mean, as much as I like to do Trey Songz, that dude, if you really listen to
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
he
you know what?
cannot sing.
You're right on the dot with that, Brody. Yeah.
He cannot sing, bro.
That boy
He
Yeah, I would
cannot
have to
sing.
say Trey Songz, what your Bryson Tillers, your
Cannot sing, bro. But they have
what was that?
everything put together.
What was that gay boy name? That was an R&B singer, Frank.
Frank Ocean.
hold on, whoa.
Nah, Frank
Because
Ocean
now I'm
got
gonna
some
fight
hits
you.
though.
Because now I'm gonna
Frank
fight you. You
Ocean
leave
got some
Frank out
hits
of here.
though.
You
I ain't
leave
gonna
Frank
lie,
out of
Frank
this.
Ocean got some good
Frank
ass
Ocean,
shit.
that dude. You better back up.
When he do put out music, bro, you
Yeah.
know Frank Ocean
Hey, Channel
got some
Orange
good
and
shit.
Blonde is up there.
That
You
whole
better leave him
Easy.
alone.
both of them albums is up there, bro. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
y'all niggas tripping.
Hey,
Bro,
y'all, cause Capo, I'm gonna call you out when you wrong. Don't do
you
that.
tripping, bro. You tripping. Both of them
I
both of them
believe.
Yeah.
albums is some
Oh,
fire
Hey,
enough
stuff.
smoke.
cause
That was
just
good.
Fire
like
stuff.
Mike is a Drake stan. I'm a Frank stan. Don't play.
I don't want no smoke. I believe it alone.
He said,
I say my piece. I don't want no smoke. I love our channel. I believe it alone, man. When it comes to Frank, I believe it alone. You know what I'm saying?
So on this topic, I see that we're talking more a lot on the guy side. So do y'all feel like the female side is fine? Like you
Nah,
got what
Hey,
SZA, Janae Aiko,
they in good
her.
hands, man. They in good
I
hands.
I feel like
Oh, Summer
they
Walker.
they cater to the ones that gonna get ratchet instead of the
Yeah.
ones who are really just artists. Like you look
Mm-hmm.
at Janae Aiko, she's an artist. Like
Mm-hmm.
she can play instruments, she can do a lot of different things. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? She can sing on different type of beats, whatever. You know what I mean? You look at the Janae Aikos and the people who really have that harmonizing
Her.
voice. They're not, yeah, they're
I ain't
not
gonna lie.
really.
I ain't gonna lie. Summer Walker be having these
Yeah,
bitches
hey, I'm
sliding
not,
down
but
walls.
Summer Walker be doing
I
that
ain't gonna lie.
just like what Capo
And
said. Summer Walker
and
be doing like if you listen to her
SZA got
lyrics,
some stuff too.
yeah.
SZA got some stuff
Oh, that
too.
last album
I
was
ain't gonna.
great.
What's her name? It's another. Um, it'll come back to me later. Y'all go ahead. But it's
But
another female chick out there that's pretty good.
yeah, but just like what Capo said, Summer Walker, I love her music, but it's still kind of sort of on the ratchet side, kind of sort of like it's harmonized well, but like if
Mm-hmm.
you actually listen to the lyrics, it's very hood girl.
Yeah.
But Summer Walker's a hood girl, so I
For
can't
sure.
really, yeah.
So what I would say about the females is I like the females because they still contribute to each other. They don't forget about each other. You know what I'm saying? When
Hmm.
they go do
Yeah.
something dope, they make sure they include each other. With the males, it's just like, bro, you're gonna have to catch me on the flip side. Like whenever we run
Hmm.
into each other, we'll make something. They don't look to contact each other and be like, hey, I got this beat, I got this hook. You want to hop on it? You know, you want to do this with the females? They're like, nah, I was vibing to this beat and I automatically thought, oh, let me go get her, and her hit her back like instantly.
Hmm.
Like, okay, this is a collab. Let's do it. Let's do it next week, and then for you know it, they'll have a whole album out. You know, the females they take care
Exactly.
of each other, but the
Exactly.
males I don't know what they own, bro. They I don't know what they own, but
So
I
I
feel
guess
like the females are good.
a final question to close it out. Who in y'all eyes was because I'm kind of getting from what Brody said earlier. I'm kind of getting that the last, I guess, great hope in male R&B was Miguel. But do you guys have in mind who was that last male R&B artist that you thought was supposed to be the next one to replace the Chris Browns and all that?
I did nope,
I can't tell you. I can't
nope,
tell you. I don't know.
nope.
Because for me, it was supposed to be Daniel Caesar, but he messed up with that stupid ass comment he made about Yes Jules. But
Yeah, I mean,
I'm bad with the new school R&B. I don't listen. I don't go too far into that.
Yeah, I don't know.
My variety, it probably is that Bryson Tiller or something like that. But he was after his second album, he just fell off.
repetitive.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There to me, there is no replacement, bro. I think the last guy was Miguel slash Chris Brown, bro. Like there's no male
Oh,
R&B artist.
what about what's his name?
Ooh,
Is it Jason Derulo? Is he
nah,
considered
that's
R and
pop.
B?
That's
He's pop.
pop.
He
He
That's
was
pop.
straight
He
pop.
he's
pop.
Yeah,
pop.
He pop. He
He
pop.
would have been legit, but he's pop
yeah.
for sure.
And
He
I think for
pop.
Miguel, for me, was I think when people saw that he was biting too much of Prince's style, that was
Yeah,
kind of went away from him.
yeah. It got tough for him.
Yeah,
It got
yeah.
tough
He started acting a little too much like Prince. Like, yo, relax.
for him. For sure, he did.
All right, y'all. So let's transition into movies now, because as we're doing in Black History Month, we're gonna go through all the Black culture we just wrapped up with music. So now we're gonna move on to movies. So my question to y'all is, what is y'all favorite Black movie? And you can have one runner up if you can't decide.
Okay,
I'll let that slide.
okay. Look, I
Ooh.
got, I got, I got, I got a top one. I got a runner up, and I got an honorable mention. Straight up.
Oh, dang. Oh, dang.
So
All right.
my number one, hands down, flat out. I'm not gonna argue with it. Is Life. The cast, the cast with Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac, Anthony
Jiggle like.
Anderson.
I was say
Uh,
jiggle like.
bro, the list goes. You
As the
got Cold
father,
Mouth,
I
Hot
have to
Bob,
pap
bro.
it.
You can't compete with it, bro. Like that's like one of the only movie I see really competing with Life is Harlem Nights. And a lot of people not gonna know Harlem Nights. You actually got to go back and listen to Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Eddie
Mhm.
Murphy. Like you got to go back and watch Harlem Nights, bro, because them boys was funny, bro.
Yeah.
Them boys were funny, but
Yeah, that was an all-star cast right there, bro.
It is, bro. It was live, and then my runner-up, thanks to my cousin Mike right here, bro. Class Act, bro. I'm not. Have y'all seen Class Act, bro?
Nah.
Yeah.
It's with Kid and Play Braid. Who was it? Blade Brown, Duncan Pender.
That was good. That was
Flat
good.
Time Class Act. That cast was. If you go back into that era, you look at some of the people that had in that movie, bro. From the females to the dudes to the teachers, you'd be like, this was an all-star cast. Yeah. It was legit. That was a legit movie. Class Act, and then my honorable mention was Boys in the Hood. Because this ties
that's a good one.
This ties into my black iconic figures. I'm not gonna say who it is, but Boys in the Hood, like hands down, another great casting movie, another movie that stood out in the era that the black culture needed representation, and Boys in the Hood was that representation of what they had going on the West Coast, and not only because it was going on the West Coast, it really translated what was going on in every hood at the time, dealing with police, dealing with trying to figure out what side you gonna be on, trying to figure out what you're gonna do after school. You're gonna go to the army, you're gonna play football, you're gonna be in college. You know what I'm saying? Boys in the Hood was that overall, like, just nut in the shell of the black community. So that's my honorable mention. Those are my three though: Life, Class Act, and Boys in the Hood. And for those who haven't seen Class Act, go see Class Act. Just go in and type it in. It's a 90s movie. It's legit. It got Kid and Play in it.
All right, K-Pop.
So, man, my favorite black movie is Baby Boy. That's my favorite movie.
Somebody was gonna say
that. Baby Boy, that's my movie.
You want some eggs?
that really tell what be going on.
Right.
I like Baby Boy with Tyrese and the Gooden brother, and you know what I mean.
Regina Hall.
Taraji P. Henson.
Oh, Taraji, my bad. Why I say Regina?
That was when she first came out. My God, Lord bless it.
That was 90s Taraji.
Lord bless
it. Baby Boy. My honorable mention, Friday. I mean, the first one.
Oh, I'm about to say which one?
The first one.
Hey, Capo, let me ask you something real quick. Number one is really your favorite Friday?
Yeah.
What about the rest of y'all? What's y'all favorite Friday? Because I feel like I have this fight with everybody. Like when this question comes up.
The first
for me, next Friday.
One. It's number one, but I ain't gonna lie, the Christmas one was funny as hell too.
Yeah, with Cat Williams.
With Cat Williams and Day Day, bro. This nigga's like, y'all try to sell the Lord.
I don't know. For me, next Friday is my favorite. Like, what did you do? Bite this CD? I can't get G with this shit, bro.
Oh, yeah, number two was legit. Number two was legit, bro.
Should I count my green or get in between those things?
Demon, let's party on.
I think the Christmas one is the funniest, bro. It's
a toss up, bro. It's a toss up. It depends on what vibe you on when you watch it Friday, bro.
Yeah.
All right, K-Paul, keep it going. I just had to ask real quick because I know the Friday conversation be getting heated sometimes.
Yeah, man. And the third one, I mean, it's tough. I got a lot of them. So, but I would have to, out of all of them, I would have to agree with B on Boys in the Hood.
Yeah,
that would be because it was a toss up between Boys in the Hood, and I got, you brought up. I was gonna throw the other Friday in there. I was thinking about Class Act. I'm thinking about Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin Lawrence.
Man.
Ooh, this boy hitting them all.
I'm thinking about a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I would go.
But the 90s was a black renaissance, boy.
It was fun.
It was good.
So what you got, Mike?
Ooh, all right. So my first one is probably gonna throw y'all for a loop. It's probably Three Strikes. I don't know if y'all remember that one.
Okay.
Three Strikes.
Put your hands on the oodles and noodles.
After that, I'm gonna go Juice.
Okay.
And Menace to Society.
That's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good list.
Oh, dog. Okay.
All right. So my first one is actually a more recent one, and because of its originality and the way it was able to tie into its concept, Were any of y'all able to watch They Clone Tyrone?
Yes, that
Yes,
movie
that was funny.
y'all gotta
That
watch
was
that,
good.
bro.
That was
I ain't
good.
seen
That
it.
was good.
You ain't seen that?
Capo,
Yeah,
you got to
check that
watch
one
They
out.
Clone
Yeah,
Tyrone.
you
I
definitely
swear to
need to watch that one. Okay, you gonna like that
look,
one,
You
Capo.
hey,
gonna like
Capo,
that
You
look,
one.
like that one.
listen. My bad, Jeff. When I
Go ahead, rock, bro,
when
rock it.
when I finally watched that movie, bro, I didn't want to listen to music. I didn't want to eat chicken. I didn't want to look at a white person with an afro. It was just like, bro, like what's really? I used to be looking around like, bro, what they got going on around me? You got to go watch Clone. I don't want to give you everything, bro, but
Yeah,
go
Capo. I don't
watch
want
it,
to
bro.
spoil it for you, but you need to go watch They Clone
Go watch
Tyrone.
it, bro.
It is a
It's
really
legit.
good movie.
It's
Like,
legit, bro,
Check it
and I
out.
think it's a lot of truth
yeah,
behind it,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a lot of truth behind it.
I
It's a
think it's
yeah.
a
lot
lot
of
of
So
truth
truth.
behind a lot
so
of
just
stuff.
like what Brody did, not to spoil it for you, but yeah, it shows basically it kind of shows the intricacies about how you keep black people in the black community under control.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. You
But
gotta
the way
watch
it does it is masterful. Like the way
Yes,
that the plot and twist
yes,
and everything, it's masterful. Like how they present everything, and then y'all remember the end when they
it.
went
Yeah,
to the next scene.
yes,
yeah,
yep,
Yeah, that was
yep.
yeah.
crazy.
And don't tell too much, bro.
Yeah, and
You
I'm not
gotta
gonna tell
watch
too
that
much because
movie.
You
Capo
gotta
need to
watch
go
it.
You
watch
gotta
it.
watch that
But
movie.
Capo, go on your phone right now on your Netflix account and add that Clone Tyrone to your list.
I'm gonna watch it when we get out.
It's
All
gonna
right.
Yeah,
throw
that
you
need to
off,
be
but
the
just
first
watch
thing. Yeah,
So yeah, that
Jamie Foxx is good in that
hey,
bad
Jamie
boy
Foxx did a
too.
master. Yeah, that was a
it.
master class.
It was low
He
key
was
funnier
in
than
the,
what most people think too, bro. It was low
hey,
key
Yeah,
funny.
it
bro,
was
Jamie
hilarious.
Foxx.
Right.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Jamie Foxx is probably my top black actor. I ain't gonna lie. Black, you know what I'm saying?
Black entertainer.
Entertainer. Like he can
That
do
man, that man
both
has a great
multiple things.
album, great
His J
movies, and he
album.
has a funny ass stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right, so my runner up. Hmm, dang, cause y'all put me on the spot. I didn't know we was doing runner ups and honorable mentions, but if I had to do a runner up, I'd say a movie that really impacted me because it kind of made fun of all these 90 movies, but it was like hilarious. Don't be a menace to
Wait a minute.
society while
Don't
drinking
be a
your juice
menace.
in the hood.
Don't be a
Hey,
menace. Don't be a menace.
hey,
I was thinking of that. I was
hey,
gonna say it, but I had to go with three strikes with that. I
yeah.
was
Yeah,
like, don't be a
don't
Bro,
be a menace to society while
hey,
drinking your juice in the hood,
bro.
bro. That
That's
Wayne's
crazy.
Bro movie
We
is
we
hilarious,
used to
bro.
watch that
They,
every day, bro. Me and my
that's
bro.
so
That
cousin.
movie's
crazy.
funny.
Me and my
Should I wear
cousin watch
the bunny
every
slippers
day.
with the tick?
Yeah.
Like,
I need to say,
do we have
Have
a
a
problem?
Nah. Then when that
Then
boy
he
was in
said
that mail truck
USSR.
with that girl,
Oh yeah,
oh,
Yeah.
I told you I get a
he
little
talking about,
crazy.
oh, you get
hey,
crazy.
that meme is
Get back here,
popping up.
nigga.
People doing that.
Oh
Hey,
man,
I
that
ain't,
movie was legit, bro.
Bernie was good in that bad boy too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. When
Yeah,
he
well,
pressed on boy against the car.
What's that? I hate my gums because they black.
hey,
I hate Whoopi Goldberg's
don't
lips.
forget about the granny though, bro. The granny
Oh,
had
the
Oh
me
yeah,
granny.
the
dying.
granny was
The
fire
granny
too.
had me. You still here like a bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, bro, like that movie no matter how many times I watch it, like
It's good, bro. That's a
it's
good
good.
movie.
It make you laugh. And then I would say my honorable mention would have to be The Best Man, not Best Man Holiday, the first one,
Okay,
Okay.
because that movie was crazy.
the
For
best.
you to be the best man to your best friend and you smash the wife
Yeah,
even though it was years ago,
Yeah,
it was a crazy movie.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
that's nuts, bro. That's crazy.
yeah,
yeah.
that whole movie was nuts. I don't even know why he still married her. I wouldn't be marrying my wife if I was able to imagine my best friend smashing her. But to each his own. To each his own. He loved
Yeah.
And then,
her.
if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna toss these out. I'm gonna toss these out there for our audience. Don't forget about Soul Food, Love and
Mm.
Basketball,
Oh
Above the
yeah.
Oh,
Rim,
Love and
New
Ooh,
Jersey
Basketball.
love and
Drive.
That'd
basketball.
have been a
You know
fourth
what
for
I'm saying?
me. That would have been a fourth for me.
Brown
It's a
Honorable
lot
sugar.
of
mentions.
Oh,
Honorable
Brown
mentions.
Sugar. Hey, that's slept on.
Brown
Brown
sugar
Sugar
was
is
good.
slept on.
Brown Sugars, yeah, Brown Sugar,
With most def
Poetic
with most
Justice,
def and not Monique. What's her name? Most def and I'm blanking on it, but yeah, Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
Poetic Justice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Y'all gotta go. They gotta go see
would
these
you
movies,
consider
bro.
this one Sister Act?
Sister
Two.
Sister
I'll
Act
take
2.
two though. I'm
Sister
gonna go
Act
with two
2 is a black movie.
Sister two.
Yeah,
for two.
Sister Act 2 is a
For
black
two,
movie.
for sure. For
Yeah.
part two, that's a good one. Part two for sure.
Sanaa Lathan.
Oh Lord
Yeah,
Jesus.
yes.
Have y'all
Now
seen her
my
lately?
God.
She 50 years old, still look good.
She was every still is every black man's dream, bro.
I know this is we talk, but have y'all noticed the 90s women are aging
fine.
beautifully?
Regina Hall,
bro.
Sanaya Lathan, Nia Long. I still can't forgive what that nigga did to Nia Long.
The Rockets head coach.
The Rockets head coach. I still can't forgive what that nigga did to her.
I don't see how you messed that up.
With a white woman. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm not supposed to say that.
I don't see
I still gonna ride with the man. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna rock with Ime after that?
That's my head coach. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
People make mistakes. So,
bro, it wasn't a mistake. Old girl's the one that managed the schedule for the team. He made sure Nia never caught them.
Hey,
crazy. That's crazy.
That's beyond me. So I can't get into that relationship. You know what I'm saying?
And the only reason Ime got kicked out of the Celtics is because old girl was the wife of one of the execs.
Hey, that's beyond me, bro.
I plead the fifth. What K-Po say, I love our channel.
Yeah, I still can't forgive him. Angela Bassett is 64 years old and is killing a lot of these people.
Oh my God, bro. She is like legit still the top. She still look like Tina Turner. I'm like, how you still this swole, man? Let me in on your secrets.
Yep. Taraji. I mean, yeah, them 90s girls, I don't know what they drinking, what they sipping on, but especially boy, I've appreciated the even though it's late flowers, but the flowers that Regina Hall's been getting lately, because Regina Hall always been defined to me.
Yeah, she has been. Yeah. The other Regina too, Regina King,
yeah. Ooh, and there's a new chick. I'm blanking on her name. She was on y'all watch Black Mirror? Nikki Berry. Look that name up.
You know he good with names. Remember the last episode?
Yeah.
Hey, what's her name? What's her name though? I know Martin was getting on her ass the whole time though.
Pam was fine.
Pam is bad.
Pam
is bad.
Yeah, Tashina Arnold.
No, Tashina Arnold is fine.
Yeah, she's definitely A1, bro. She still look good too.
Yeah, bro. She looked way better than I thought she looked better than Gina back in the day.
Nikki Berry.
I'd be cooking Gina. I wouldn't even be.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, y'all remember? Y'all know her?
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you something. She 90s fine, but she a newer actor, but she 90s fine.
Hey, you need to keep your voice down. I don't want your wife to come slap you on camera.
Jeph gonna get somebody in trouble, bro.
You try to get us in trouble.
Nah, you good, nigga, because I'm married already to Cash Dog, bro.
She know who I sleep next to at night, huh? Where I come back home at night, huh? Yeah.
But that's a rapper. That's a rapper.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. So we've done music, we've done movies, and throughout all that, we've been throwing out names. So now we're gonna get into our black icons, iconic figures, iconic leaders. Y'all could go entertainment, y'all could go politics, y'all could go civil rights leaders, however y'all want to go about it. Tell me who in your mind is that black icon that you, I guess, have above them all.
Okay,
my bad. Yeah, we'll start with Capo.
For me, it's Malcolm X. You know what I mean? I just like what he stood for and how he represented our people. You know, he represented strength. Now, granted, you know, do I agree with everything he presents? No, but that's men in general. You know, men not gonna agree on everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I like what he represented. He represents strength. When you see him, you see a strong black man. There's no disrespect to Martin Luther King, but when I see him, I don't see strength. I saw that at Malcolm. Malcolm represents strength for our people. You know what I mean? He was all about being positive, but he was demanding respect. He'd give respect, but he was all about demanding respect. I love that Malcolm X movie, and I love the part where the little white lady or white dude, I can't remember if it was a lady or a man, walked up to him, and he was like, "Hey, how can I join you?" And he said, "You can't." and kept walking. You know what I mean? Like, I just loved everything, that he represented for us as a culture. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that they allowed the government to infiltrate the Nation of Islam and divide them like that. But overall, man, I mean, like I said, that brother right there for me represents strength. When you talk about a black man, that's the brother that to me is the face of us. You know what I mean? Like I said, no disrespect to Martin Luther King. He did a phenomenal job with, and it's a topic we could discuss later on about the integration and, all that, because I don't agree with it, but that's my take on it. All I'm saying is Malcolm X to me is like, when you say strong black man, that's what I look at, in my opinion.
I do have a question before I pass it on the mic on the piggyback off that. On the topic of Martin Luther King, where do y'all stand on with him? Because history has made him, this great figure in Black history. But I feel like me, along with Capo and several other Black people, feel like Martin Luther King was kind of portraying the good old Black boy trait and was kind of pushing that for our community versus, actually getting what we want.
That's a big reason why I respect what he tried to do, but at the same time, it's more like I feel like, excuse my French, I don't mean to use that term, but it was the house boy and the yard boy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was the house boy. He was the one that was let in with all the little secrets. He's the one that was like, hey, come here, come here, come here. They'll talk to them. And then once he finally made it, it was like, oh, I'm going to put my suit and tie on and I'm going to stand up. I'm going to be. But yeah, it made it difficult for me to actually understand where he's coming from, because at that time that wasn't the true representation of who we were as a people. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he did do what he set out to do. He did push forward with what he wanted to do. But at the same time, it's like, I still feel like if he would have made it, he would have kind of been like one of the puppets, so to speak. He in RIP, but at the same time, it's like Malcolm X. That's what I'm looking at. He ain't going for that nonsense. He ain't going for that foolishness. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? The scene that Capo pointed out, you can't. And not only that, the reason why I laugh, because that's something I can see Capo doing. Like, so somebody walk up to him, you know what I'm saying? And he been watching him do something, for instance, boxing. He been watching him do it. He's like, you can't. Just being real. That's just Capo being real. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You can't. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like we needed to represent us, not the I want to sit back in peace. Because at some point, regardless of what people say, when you fighting for what we were fighting for at the time, violence is gonna come about. And Malcolm X, he knew how to bring that dog out when it was time to bring the dog out. But again, no disrespect to Martin Luther King, R.I.P. But at the same time, I feel like Malcolm X would have led us into that real revolution to where we wouldn't have backed down.
Anybody else got comments before we pass it to Mike on Martin Luther King?
Nope. We Gucci.
All right, Mike, go ahead, take it. Who is your Black iconic figure that you want to present to us today?
Oh, y'all got me with the Malcolm X one. You know what I'm saying? That was nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere he go right now, people give him respect, and the first Black president. And I mean, exactly what Capote. It's a lot of things that you probably didn't agree with him with the terms that he had to agree with, but for him to be up there, he still didn't show no Martin Luther King features. You know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, Barack for me. But I do appreciate, Malcolm X and what he did for us, because he don't have a street name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I don't think they would do that.
But all right. So mine is on the flip side. I kind of lean towards entertainment because I kind of like to stick to things of how I came up as a youngin', and some of the stuff I've been through and how I had to represent myself. So the overall theme for my people is more like survival of the fittest. because everything I've done, nobody has handed me anything and taught me anything. To be honest, when it comes to sports, you know, the knowledge I've gained or anything is all self-taught. You know what I'm saying? So survival of the fittest is what I've been literally thriving off of my entire life. Like I said, sports, entertainment, the knowledge I have today, even when I started thinking I could read when I opened up the dictionary, thought I was learning something. But once I realized how thick and how many words was in that book, I was like, man, forget it. I'm still gonna try. But anyways, the name of my game is Survival of the Fittest, and I look at guys like, you know, Red Fox and Ice Cube, you know, as my iconic figures because they literally did not break who they were. They did not break the mold. They did not put on a dress. They did not do anything other than be themselves and simply gain notoriety, pursue what they wanted to pursue, and still put out their messages the way they wanted to, and they still spoke and touched the heart of Black people. And that's why I'm picking Ice Cube and Red Fox. But mainly, you know, Red Fox is my runner-up, but mainly Ice Cube because this dude literally started from the mud, the ground. He grinded his way from the ground up to the top, and he's still there today. You know what I'm saying? You ain't like I said, you ain't catch him in no dress. You ain't catch him selling his soul. You ain't catch him copping a deal, copping a plea, or none of that. You know what I'm saying? He's been nominated for movies. He's been nominated for albums. He's continued to speak for the people. He's continued to do things for his community and stuff like that. So that's why I like Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? He's got the big three. He's keeping NBA players, you know, relevant with the big three. He's keeping certain actors and actresses relevant with his movies that he do. So it's just like he represents a big part of me, you know, survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it his way, and I've been, you know, basically, like I said, survival of the fittest, and I've been doing it my way for so long. And that's why I'm picking him as an iconic figure, because he represents me as a people. So I'm riding with Ice Cube, no doubt. Honorable mention, Red Fox, for sure.
All right, all right. So for me, my iconic figure, because I'm the type of person I don't really, you know, like to keep the same thought process as the masses, and this person was also the same. My iconic figure is James Baldwin. He was a journalist during the civil rights era, and
Mm-hmm.
friends adjacent with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. So the main reason why I choose him is because he wasn't trying to be no civil rights leader. He wasn't you know, trying to be out there and start a movement. He was just speaking what the observations he made about America and the racial relations in America at that time. And it was able to garner so much like notoriety and recognition that even, you know, Time Magazine posted his stuff. White people actually listened to him, and not in the way of Martin Luther King, like a good old boy, because the things he said, you know, were very damning to white people, and they still
Mm-hmm.
listened to him and respected what he said. So James Baldwin, his kind of thought process was in the middle of kind of where Malcolm X and where Martin Luther King was. Martin Luther King was like, let's be nonviolent, let's be good, so the white people can accept us. And Malcolm X was like, to hell with these black white people, right? But
For sure.
how?
For sure.
But yeah, James Baldwin, his thought process was more of it had, and the more I got into his thought process, the more I agreed with him. It had nothing to do with race. What it had to do with was the loss of apathy and ignorance and the power that came with that ignorance. So how he kind of broke it down, and I'll try to run through it real quick, was loss of apathy. Even if you go through white people in America, if you go through white colonialism altogether, to justify them taking land from people, they deemed people savages and less than. So that's how they were able to justify that we need to go and take and, you know, save these savages from themselves and take their land. And then ignorance, because now their descendants completely disregard what happened in the past.
Yeah.
And then he said, and then another thing he said is also there's a factor of white guilt, because white people know what they did to black people, and there's a laundry list of stuff they did in America. I mean, I'm sure
Still
everybody
do.
knows the gist of it, like cannibalism. Some people got furniture that's filled with white hair, black hair, skin, and all that other stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Bug
but he says
breaking.
white, yeah, bug breaking, using black babies as alligator bait. There's a long laundry list.
Yeah.
So his thought process was that there's a thing of white guilt, to where white people, because the analogy he used is like because he moved to Europe for a while, and he said like while he was in Europe, no one really gave him trouble until he ran across an American, and their face changed when they saw him. And he said there's a tinge of white guilt because he knows white people knew what they did to black people back in the day, and they built this imaginary scary big black man because they're afraid that black people are harboring some type of vengeance in their heart for them. So
Mm-hmm.
so his thought process with those 3 points is something I truly agree in. Like while it's become a race thing now, I don't think it started as a race thing. It's deeper than that, I feel. So
Right.
and then yeah, and then so even though he became a big voice for the black community, even the black community shunned him because even though he never came out publicly or never supported LGBTQ rights, they kind of found out that he was, and they kind of kicked him out of the whole thing because both sides, Malcolm's side and Martin's side, were religion led. So
Right.
so unfortunately, he was kind of put to the wayside because of that, which is kind of ironic because Malcolm was because Martin Luther King was running around with white girls and Malcolm had a bunch of baby moms. So we're gonna leave it on that, but hey, religious movements. But yeah, James Baldwin is my iconic black figure.
For sure. All right. So like this, we you see it at the bottom, folks. Saying we got a couple extra minutes for this bonus talk. Now we're gonna get into this situation that happened with Cam Newton down in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He like it pisses me off, man. I spoke about this, and I'm pretty sure y'all probably caught my quick take. Our quick take that's out, and I spoke about it. Why do people feel the need to want to frown upon or hate on somebody that's trying to get back? It don't matter if he's from where you from. It don't matter. He coming to you, trying to bring and provide something for you and your community to make sure y'all taken care of. He can come there and feel safe in a time of need. And y'all come there and y'all disrespect him. Y'all try to put hands on him. Like, what is the point of that? And K-Po, I want to get your point of view on this first. It got to be. Remember, we only got a few minutes left, so make it quick.
For me, it was disgusting and embarrassing. If that was Peyton Manning, them brothers would have been on their best behavior. You know what I mean? So it's always like that in our communities. We always, as black people, when they see another black man or black woman or whatever the case is, doing something for the community, what happens? They want to hurt him. Look at Nipsey Hussle. Look what he was doing for his community, where he from. They shot him right in front of his business, in his head. You know what I'm saying? So, it's only in our culture. It's a lot of self-hate, man. It's like, it's like if you don't come back, you fake. If you do come back, oh, you trying to show off. It's never positive. You know what I mean? So it made me disgusted, and then like I think these dudes are like around that age. If you
They're grown men.
If you 30-something years old and you still fighting over nonsense, you need prayer, bro. The only time you should really be fighting is if somebody do something to your wife or your kids. That's it. You know what I mean? That's I mean, unless you a boxer, you know what I mean? Which when you start talking about boxing, nobody want to do it. You know what I'm saying? When you say, "Hey, all right, bro, let's get in this ring." Nah, man, I fight in the street. Nah, bro, let's go get in this ring so we can make sure that everything is handled how we supposed to handle it. You know what I'm saying? But overall, man, it was embarrassing, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of seeing that stuff, man. I'm tired of seeing us as a people take a hit as a society. We ain't 20-something years old no more. We 30-something, man. Like when this stuff end? You know what I mean? When do we just stand up and say enough is enough, bro? You know what I'm saying? I understand, we come from certain environments, but hey, at the end of the day, that environment is not who you are. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah, you from over there, but that ain't you, you know? So, and, me, I've always carried myself in a manner of like, okay, yeah, I'm from where I'm from, but I don't, that's not who I am. I'm K-Po. So K-Po I like what I like. You know what I mean? I like underground Houston music, but I like rock music too. I'm gonna be myself. I'm not out here trying to prove nothing to nobody. I don't care about none of that. And it's just like in our communities, it's always an urge to prove something. So we just gotta do better as a people. I'm gonna chop it up. Mike, you go next.
I think we need to stop bringing each other down as a culture. You know what I'm saying? Seeing people rise up. You know what I'm saying? People don't like to see you up and doing well. You know what I'm saying? They like to see you doing bad, so they can have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And for that to happen to Cam Newton, you know what I'm saying, while he was there, that's crazy. That's just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't. He's just there, to share knowledge with the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's all about spreading knowledge. The event is about spreading knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate the fact that y'all took away how good those kids performed during that day to focus on that moment where Cam Newton was getting to a squabble. We ain't talking
Mm-hmm.
about, we're not talking about, oh, what athlete did this, or what 3-star recruit did this, or shined today, or something like that. Nigga, we talking about some grown men fighting at a children's event.
Sad.
You know what I'm saying? So, excuse my French, y'all. So, audience, but yeah, I just a little disappointed in us as a culture, and I think we need to treat each other better. You know what I'm saying? What y'all got for me?
For sure, Jeph. What you got?
So, because if I remember correctly, I think one of our future episodes we could dive a little more into the Black community. But I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say, I'm gonna kind of, I'm gonna start serious and kind of say, and it's gonna be leading to whenever we do that episode. But I'm slowly starting to get to the point where I'm starting to give up on Black American culture.
Mm,
Hey.
mm. We're gonna talk about
Now,
that.
yeah, so I'll leave that for another time. Now to the jokes. You niggas need to disappear for a while. Go find a bunker and disappear and hide. How six of you niggas tried to jump Cam Newton? Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on
And
one.
failed.
That's like a starting five basketball team plus they 6 men off the bench coming to fight one dude. You niggas need to disappear for a while because y'all unsuccessfully jumped Cam Newton and he threw y'all around like someone posted this today. They said he did what that Detroit defensive did do.
Hey,
It works
and
because
we
he
won
did
in the
that to him.
process. That was cool.
Yeah.
He was
Right.
cold with
Hey,
it, and we won in the process. Like,
the hat never fell off.
That's
Hey,
what's crazy. That
the hat never fell off. Y'all should feel disrespected. Y'all, his top hat never came off. And he threw one of y'all like y'all was exiting stage left. Threw y'all like a little kid off the stage. Let me tell you something. Hey, look, all I got to say is now y'all know. Hey, didn't they say what they say? Didn't they say Cam is from College Park? Y'all tripping. Big old 6'5" nigga, 6'5" nigga from Atlanta hood. Y'all thought that was gonna be the day. Y'all thought just because he got money and nice clothes and wears funky
forgot.
crazy clothes that he ain't got hands no more? Bro, I don't even think he threw a punch. I think he was literally just manhandling these niggas
hey,
like kids.
low key, it looked like he was literally about to toss Buddy, and then realize who he was in the process of about to toss Buddy.
Right.
Like, because
If you
bro,
look at
Hey,
if you look at Cam, he was low key smiling the whole time. He was laughing at them boys,
that
bro.
boy
he could have
was
slung
tying him
Buddy
up like
over
a
the fence.
rodeo.
He could
Hey,
have slung Buddy when he initially grabbed him and pulled him all the way up. I was like, oh, this ain't
Hey, I thought the rodeo was starting down in Houston. I didn't know it was going down in Atlanta because that boy was throwing them
Right.
boys around. Hey, you niggas need to disappear because if we see you on the street, we all gonna collectively laugh at y'all. Did y'all see the video that old boy was talking shit before the game even?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
yeah, I
about to
seen
say
it.
that's
that.
Yeah, I
crazy.
seen it.
That's
I
nuts,
seen
bro.
it.
That's crazy.
Oh, but
But
anyway, oh Lord Jesus.
unfortunately, we have ran out of time. Shout out Cam Newton. I watch 4th and 1 faithfully every time I get a
Shout
chance.
out.
I double
Shout
tap.
out.
I repost on TikTok, all that good stuff. I catch him on YouTube. Shout out Cam Newton, man. Hopefully one day we get a chance to meet because I still think you should be playing in the league. But that's
Low
enough
key.
about that topic. But you see what it is, folks. We out here chopping it up about the real. You know what I'm saying? Today was the episode on Black iconic figures, favorite Black movies. We talked about some R&B. We talked about Cam talk. We got into some things that's what I'm saying, important to us. You know what I'm saying? We feel like it was important to get it out to y'all. So again, thank you for joining us on the Mountain of Greatness podcast. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, follow, hate, whatever it is you want to do when you get on here, make sure you share it with everybody. We ain't ready for no smoke again. That's Mike. That's Boss
Talk shit
K-Po,
about
that's Papa Jim.
Brody's freezing camera. Fuck y'all. Okay, Wi-Fi is expensive, bitch.
And I'm Brody on the hustle, and that's all we got time for today. Deuces from the Mind on Greatness podcast. Y'all be safe.
Yes, sir. Ooh.